How to choose a career you won't hate. Hi, Teacher Luke here, back with another story on how to choose a career you won't hate, or more importantly, one you will actually love. I'm going to enjoy reading this one to you. So let's get right into Chapter 1. Chapter 1. Know Yourself First. Have you ever asked yourself, what job would actually make me happy? Or maybe, how do I know if a career is right for me? Take a moment and think about it. Write your answer in the comments before we begin. Today, we're going to explore the first and most important step in choosing a career you won't hate, knowing yourself first. Why knowing yourself matters. Imagine this. You wake up on a Monday morning. You already feel tired and you don't want to get out of bed. You drag yourself to a job that doesn't feel right for you. Every hour feels like 3 hours. The people around you are okay, but you don't feel connected. You start asking yourself, is this all there is? Sadly, this happens to many people. They choose a job because of money, pressure from family, or just because it was the first offer they received. At first, it might seem fine, but over time, they realize they don't enjoy it, and sometimes they even feel trapped. This is why knowing yourself first is the key. A career is not just about paying bills. It is about spending years, sometimes decades, of your life doing something. If you don't understand your values, your strengths, and your interests, you might end up in the wrong place. Step 1. Values. Let's start with values. Values are the things that matter most to you. They are like a personal compass, guiding your decisions. Some people value stability, others value freedom. Some people want to make a lot of money, others want to help people or protect the environment. For example, imagine two people. The first person values security. They feel comfortable when they have a stable income, a clear schedule, and long-term plans. A job in government, teaching, or a large company might fit well for them. The second person values creativity and freedom. They enjoy trying new things and don't like strict rules. For this person, a job as a designer, freelancer, or entrepreneur might be better. Now think about yourself. What do you value most? Is it stability, creativity, helping others, or something else? Write it down. Step 2. Strengths and weaknesses. The second part of knowing yourself is understanding your strengths and weaknesses. Strengths are things you are naturally good at. Maybe you are great at solving problems, or you have strong communication skills. Maybe you are patient, organized, or good with numbers. Weaknesses are things that are harder for you. Maybe you struggle with details, or you find it difficult to speak in front of groups. Everyone has weaknesses, and that's okay. Why does this matter for your career? Because when you choose a job that uses your strengths, work feels easier and more enjoyable. When you spend every day fighting against your weaknesses, work feels frustrating. Here's an example. Imagine you are very social and you love talking to people. If you work as a salesperson, your energy will grow. But if you work alone at a computer all day with little human contact, you might feel lonely and bored. On the other hand, if you are quiet and detail-oriented, working in a busy sales office might exhaust you. But you might shine as an accountant, researcher, or editor. Knowing your strengths doesn't mean ignoring your weaknesses. It just means making choices that allow you to use your best abilities most of the time. Step 3. Interests. The third step is to explore your interests. What topics excite you? What activities make you lose track of time? These are signals about what you might enjoy in your career. Think about when you were younger. What did you love doing? Did you like building things, drawing, reading, or organizing games with friends? Sometimes our childhood interests give us clues about what we enjoy as adults. For example, someone who loved drawing as a child might not become a famous artist, but they could work in design, architecture, or advertising. Someone who loved organizing games might become a teacher, event planner, or team manager. Your interests are important because they keep you motivated. Every job has boring parts, but if the main focus of your work connects to your interests, it feels meaningful. Step 4. Personality. Now let's talk about personality. Some people love being the center of attention. Others feel more comfortable working quietly behind the scenes. Some people enjoy taking risks. Others prefer careful planning. There are many personality tests online, like the Myers-Briggs or the Big Five. These tests can give you useful insights, but you don't need a test to know yourself. Just think about these questions. Do you get energy from being with people or from being alone? Do you like detailed instructions or do you prefer freedom to decide? Do you enjoy routine or do you like change? Your answers will help you understand what kind of work environment fits you best. For example, if you are an extrovert who enjoys talking, you might feel comfortable in jobs like teaching, sales, or hospitality. If you are an introvert, you might prefer research, writing, or design. Step 5. Lifestyle goals. Finally, let's talk about lifestyle goals. A career is not just about the job itself. It's also about how that job affects your life outside of work. Ask yourself, do I want to work regular hours, or am I okay with long or irregular hours? Do I want to live in one city, or do I want a job that allows me to travel? Do I want a high income, even if it means stress, or do I prefer a simpler life with more free time? For example, some people dream of being doctors. It's a respected career, and it helps people. But the lifestyle of a doctor often includes long hours, night shifts, and years of training. Not everyone wants that. Others choose careers like teaching. The salary may be lower, but they have more predictable schedules and holidays. That lifestyle might be perfect for them. There is no right or wrong answer. What matters is choosing a career that matches the life you want. Putting it all together. Now let's bring these steps together. Values. What matters most to you? Strengths. What are you naturally good at? Interests. What excites you? Personality. How do you prefer to work? Lifestyle. What kind of life do you want outside of work? When you combine these 5 pieces, you get a clear picture of who you are. From there, you can start looking at careers that fit this picture. For example, imagine Maria. She values helping others, her strength is communication, her interest is health and science, her personality is caring and patient, and her lifestyle goal is to have a stable income and regular hours. Based on this, Maria might choose nursing or healthcare education. Now imagine David. He values freedom, his strength is creativity, his interest is technology, his personality is independent, and his lifestyle goal is to travel often. David might look at becoming a freelance web designer or digital marketer. By knowing yourself first, you can avoid careers that don't fit and focus on the ones that make sense for you. Reflection exercise. Before we finish this chapter, let's do a short exercise. Take out a piece of paper and write 5 lists. My top 3 values, my top 3 strengths, my top 3 interests, my personality preferences, for example, introvert or extrovert, routine or variety, my lifestyle goals. When you finish, look at your lists. Do you see a pattern? Do you see careers that might match? This exercise won't give you a final answer today, but it will give you a strong starting point. Chapter 2. Explore your options. What jobs have you dreamed about in the past? Teacher, doctor, business owner, designer, engineer. And now what job are you most curious about today? Write your answers in the comments before we begin. In the last chapter, we talked about knowing yourself first, your values, strengths, interests, personality, and lifestyle goals. That was the foundation. Now it's time for the next step, exploring your options. Why exploring options is important. Imagine standing in front of a giant buffet table. There are hundreds of dishes. Some look familiar and others look completely new. If you only take food from the first plate you see, you might miss out on something amazing. Careers are the same. There are thousands of possible jobs. Some are obvious, like teacher, nurse, or engineer, but many careers are hidden, and you may not even know they exist. That's why exploring is so important. The more you learn about your options, the better decision you can make. Step 1. Start with broad categories. When you explore career options, don't start with just one job title. Start broad. Think about categories of work. For example, education and training, healthcare and medicine, business and finance, science and technology, creative arts and design, travel and hospitality, engineering and construction, law and public service. Each category includes dozens of possible jobs. If you know you enjoy science, you can look at many areas: biology, chemistry, medicine, or even science communication. If you like creativity, you might explore writing, film, marketing, or game design. By starting broad, you give yourself space to discover options you never considered before. Step 2. Research job roles. Once you know the categories that interest you, it's time to go deeper. Research specific job roles. Today, it's easier than ever to learn about jobs. You can use career websites like Indeed, LinkedIn, or government career pages. YouTube videos where professionals share their daily routines. Podcasts or blogs about specific industries. Talking to people you know who work in those fields. When you research, look for 3 main things. Daily tasks. What does a normal day look like? Requirements. What education, skills, or experience do you need? Opportunities. What is the salary, job growth, and future potential? Here's an example. Let's say you are interested in becoming a graphic designer. Research shows that graphic designers spend much of their day creating visuals for websites, advertisements, or packaging. They usually need strong design skills and knowledge of software like Photoshop or Illustrator. The field is competitive, but there are also freelance opportunities. By learning this, you can ask yourself, does this match my values, strengths, and lifestyle goals? Step 3. Try informational interviews. One of the best ways to explore options is to talk directly to people who already do the job. This is called an informational interview. It doesn't need to be formal. It can be as simple as sending a message. Hi, I'm interested in your career as a blank. Could I ask you a few questions about your work? Most people are happy to share their experiences. When you talk to them, ask questions like, what do you enjoy most about your job? What are the biggest challenges? How did you get started in this field? What advice would you give to someone considering this career? These conversations give you real-world insights that you can't find in a job description. You'll learn what the job really feels like. Step 4. Experiment and gain experience. Reading about jobs is useful, but trying them is even better. Whenever possible, experiment. You can. Do internships or part-time jobs. Volunteer in organizations related to your interests. Join student clubs or community groups. Take online courses to test your skills. For example, if you are curious about teaching, volunteer to tutor younger students. If you are interested in business, try starting a small online shop. If you think you might enjoy event planning, help organize a local community event. These small experiences will help you discover what you enjoy and what you don't. Step 5. Keep an open mind. Here's something important. Don't limit yourself too quickly. Many people think only about famous careers: doctor, lawyer, engineer. But the world is changing fast. New jobs appear every year, especially in technology. 10 years ago, very few people talked about app developers, social media managers, or AI trainers. Today, these are real and growing careers. So, keep an open mind. Be curious. Explore both traditional and modern paths. You never know. You might discover a career that perfectly matches your skills and values, even if you didn't know it existed before. Step 6. Compare and reflect. After exploring, you'll probably have a list of possible careers. Maybe 3, 5, or even 10. That's good. Now compare them using what you learned in the last chapter. Ask yourself, which career matches my values? Which one uses my strengths? Which one connects to my interests? Which one fits my personality? Which one supports my lifestyle goals? For example, imagine Anna is choosing between law and teaching. She values helping others and work-life balance. Her strength is communication, and she enjoys working with young people. When she compares, she realizes teaching matches her better than law. Reflection helps you move from a long list to a shorter, realistic list. Common mistakes to avoid. When exploring options, be careful about these common mistakes. Choosing only for money. A high salary can feel exciting at first, but if the job doesn't fit you, money won't make you happy in the long run. Following someone else's dream. Sometimes parents or friends push you toward a certain career. Listen to advice, but remember, it's your life, not theirs. Not exploring enough. Don't stop after looking at just 1 or 2 jobs. Keep researching until you feel confident about your choices. Reflection exercise. Let's do another short exercise. Write down 3 categories of work that interest you. For each one, find 2 specific jobs. For example, healthcare, nurse, physical therapist; technology, web developer, data analyst; creative arts, graphic designer, film editor. Then, research at least 1 detail about each job: daily tasks, requirements, or opportunities. This exercise will give you a simple, clear map of your options. Chapter 3. Test and decide. Have you ever tried something only to realize it wasn't what you expected? And have you ever discovered you actually like something after giving it a try? Write your answers in the comments before we begin. In the last chapter, we explored your options. You learned how to research jobs, talk to people, and open your mind to new possibilities. But exploring is only the beginning. At some point, you need to test your options and make a decision. That's what this chapter is about. Why testing matters. Imagine buying shoes without trying them on. They might look perfect in the store, but after walking for 10 minutes, they could feel too tight or uncomfortable. A career works the same way. On paper, a job might seem perfect. It might even match your values, strengths, and interests. But until you actually test it, you won't know how it feels in real life. That's why testing is the bridge between exploring and deciding. Step 1. Try small experiments. The safest way to test a career option is by starting small. Think of it as a career experiment. You don't need to commit your whole life to one choice right away. Instead, you can do a short internship or part-time job, volunteer in an organization connected to your interest, take on a freelance project, shadow someone for a day. This means observing them while they work. Join a short online course with practical assignments. For example, if you're curious about teaching, try giving a free English lesson to a younger student in your community. If you're interested in marketing, help a friend promote their small business online. Small experiments give you real experience without a huge risk. Step 2. Reflect on your experience. After your experiment, stop and reflect. Ask yourself, what did I enjoy about this experience? What felt difficult or uncomfortable? Could I see myself doing this every day? Did this work match my values and lifestyle goals? For example, imagine you try an internship in a hospital. You enjoy helping patients, but you feel stressed by the fast pace and long hours. That doesn't mean healthcare is wrong for you, but it might mean you prefer a slower environment, such as community health or counseling. Reflection turns experience into wisdom. Step 3. Compare options. You might test more than one option. That's smart. Just like trying on different shoes, you can compare and see which one fits best. Let's imagine 3 students. Maria tries both teaching and social work. She enjoys both, but she notices teaching gives her more energy, while social work sometimes feels emotionally heavy. David experiments with web design and digital marketing. He realizes he prefers design because he enjoys creating visual products more than analyzing data. Anna tries event planning and project management. She discovers she likes planning events because they are more dynamic and creative. By comparing, they can see the differences more clearly. Step 4. Narrow it down. After testing, you'll need to narrow your focus. Maybe you start with 5 possible careers, but after trying and reflecting, you realize only 2 or 3 are truly promising. That's progress. The goal is not to keep every option open forever. The goal is to get closer to a decision. Think of it like a funnel. At the top, you have many broad categories. Then you research and explore specific jobs. Next, you test a few of them. Finally, you narrow down to the one that feels right. Step 5. Make a decision. Now comes the important moment, deciding. Making a career decision doesn't mean you are locked in forever. Remember, many people change jobs or even industries several times in their lives. But you do need to choose a direction to move forward. Here are 3 tips for making your decision. Don't wait for perfect certainty. No career will be 100% perfect. What matters is choosing the option that fits you best right now. Trust your experience. You tested, reflected, and compared. Use that knowledge to guide you. Take action. A decision only becomes real when you act. Apply for a program, sign up for training, or start working in that field. Step 6. Plan your next steps. Once you decide, create a simple plan. Ask yourself, what skills or qualifications do I need to enter this career? What is the first step I can take within the next month? Who can support me along the way? For example, if you decide to become a web developer, your plan might be enroll in an online coding course, build a small project to practice, join a local or online coding community. A clear plan turns your decision into action. Common fears and how to handle them. It's normal to feel nervous when making a career decision. Here are some common fears and how to deal with them. What if I choose the wrong path? Remember, you can adjust later. A decision now doesn't trap you forever. What if I'm not good enough? No one is perfect at the beginning. Skills can be learned. What matters is your willingness to grow. What if people judge me? It's your life, not theirs. Listen to advice, but make your own choice. Reflection exercise. Let's do another short exercise. Write down 2 or 3 careers you are most interested in. For each one, think of a small experiment you could try in the next month. After the experiment, write 1 paragraph about what you learned. This exercise will help you move from thinking about careers to actually testing them.